Well, I'll tell you how, chaps. Downton Abbey has hit the big screen this weekend. So to celebrate, we're tucking into something traditionally English. What?
Indeed we are. Krissy Gibbons from Take the Cake has laid on a spread that wouldn't look out of place in Mrs. Patmore's afternoon tea. I'm a big fan of the show.
Mrs. Patmore? Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
Morning,
One of my
Krissy.
favourites. Morning, Krissy. Good to see you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're going to make some scones today. Scones.
So how would an American say it?
I would say scones.
Scones.
Yeah.
Scones in America.
Scones, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, scones, and they look a little different too. Where I came from, we usually just cut them into triangles.
Oh, really?
You know, and they're bigger. They're about double the size
you're
as I
very
see them
strange
here.
over there.
Okay.
Very strange over there. So what have you got in the bowl?
So we're doing 280 grams of self-raising flour. We're going to do. I just added 25 grams of wheat germ, not wheat bran. It's not a lot, but it's important. It really adds a nice texture. This is 15 grams of baking powder. That's
Okay. Our raising agent?
Yep, our leavening agent. And you shouldn't need anything else. Some people like to add a little bit of cream of tartar, but I'm not going to today.
So when it comes to the basics, there's not too much messing around you can do.
No, this is so...
Or need to do.
If I could use one word to describe these scones, it's easy, guys. Anybody
Really?
can do this, absolutely. So I just get your hands dirty, dig your hands in there, wash them first, of course. This is 250 mils of heavy cream.
Wow.
Okay, we're not going for milk, we're not going for buttermilk.
Double cream.
We're going all out. So it's full fat
Gorgeous.
cream, okay? And just about 2 tablespoons of butter. That's, say, 30 grams of butter.
Melted butter.
Melted butter, that's right. So now we're just gonna mix it up. And just use your hands. The thing about this, you don't wanna overwork it. This is one of those doughs that you really don't want to mess with too much.
I've heard that before. My wife says that. Just try and keep your hands out of it as much as you can.
But there's a lot of truth
Because the more
to
you
it.
knock it back, the more air you're knocking out of it.
Yeah.
So handle them as lightly
Okay,
as
and
you
if
can.
you do that, the less chance of it rising. Is that the idea? Or?
Well, it does affect the gluten, but the thing is that they're not gonna bake right for you.
Yeah.
This is another recipe where you don't want to make these ahead of time and chill them and then bake them. Simon, would you open that oven, check on those scones for us?
I certainly will.
If you chill this ahead of time,
I'll tell you another 60 seconds.
okay, you're so good.
Well, I don't know. I'm just guessing, really.
So are
If we smell burning, they're
Are they
done.
a nice golden brown?
They're getting there. They're getting
Simon
there.
doesn't like dried fruit, so I made one scone that's just plain.
Oh,
for
that's
Simon.
the hold-up. His one
So
isn't
high
ready.
maintenance. So anyway, so like I said, this is easy. I put too much flour on my table here. These are easy, okay? If you want to use a rolling pin, go ahead, but you don't have to. So that's one of the nice things about this recipe is that you can just put it on the table, a floured surface, and just
Away you go.
give it a knead. Yes, exactly. Now, if you want to add some fruit, go ahead, Simon. Should we add fruit or should we skip the fruit?
Oh, come on, we have to.
Yes, of
I have
course you
dried
do,
Bing
yeah.
cherries, I have dried cranberries, raisins, or dried currants.
All dried. Okay.
I put them all in. I'm not going to eat them anyway.
You know what? No, I'm feeling some pressure today, Simon. I think I'm going to skip the fruit. Just,
Really?
Yeah, why not? Come on. Let's just skip the fruit.
Okay, so you're going to cut them out.
But yeah, so now this is the part where you want to make your dough about, say, an inch thick, okay? And you want them to all be the same size so that they all bake the same.
time.
If you are going to add the fruit around the time that you've got all the dry ingredients mixed in and before you add the liquid.
Okay.
If you want to make bigger scones, you can, but you're going to be adding a few minutes of baking time on.
Okay.
So keep them all the same size.
Yeah, keep them all the same height. And because we didn't knead these, we just kind of threw the dough on the table and knead it with our hands. We're just going to keep kneading it and then
how many
cutting the
should you
pieces
get,
as we
Krissy, out
go.
of it?
If you're making the small ones like I am, 8. If
Really?
you make the big
Okay.
ones, you'll be lucky to get 6. Now,
Well, I check the oven again.
yeah, do. And we're going to use a high temperature when we put these in the oven. 200 degrees.
You happy with those, chef?
I think so.
Yes.
Thank you.
Look.
I've got one plain one here for the high maintenance one.
Just the
Not
one.
Aiden.
Yeah. Do you see that, Simon? It's just one.
I know. I've noticed that. Yeah.
Well, I found out when I got in here, Simon doesn't like.
Tell me, how long
currants.
do you cook them for?
Not long, 15 minutes.
Okay.
If they're small, maybe 12 minutes. But if you do big scones, give them 18, okay? When you put them on your tray, you're not going to use a greased tray. If you want to put a little bit of butter on the tray, you can, but you don't have to because there's a high fat content in the cream and we've got the butter in there as well, okay? So I'm gonna pour you gentlemen a cuppa.
Oh,
and
look at this. We're getting tea as well.
This is very Downton.
Very
This
Downton,
is
yeah.
very Downton. I didn't have one of those posh pots, though.
If you were cooking, if you weren't putting fruit in them, would that adjust the cooking time at all? Does it make any difference? No.
Doesn't make any difference. These are really easy. These are really, really easy scones. The trick with these, though, is that you want to make the dough right before you bake them. Don't go chilling it and holding on to it for later. And also, keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Now,
Keep it simple.
15 to 18 minutes, and what was it, 220?
No, 200.
200, oh.
Yeah, 200 fan oven. And you know, the cream, we could have
There's
probably
all
put those in the oven.
there's all sorts of debate about whether you should put the cream on first and the jam on first. Where do you stand
Or
on
the
that?
butter and then the cream and then the jam. I
Is
would
there a
say-
correct way?
I would say
I'm gonna put
clotted
them all
cream
on.
first and then jam.
Wow.
But this is real clotted cream, and
You going for a bit of jam, Aidan?
Oh, all in.
Bit of
I
strawberry?
do like them both. So because we used cream
That's
in these
before the butter.
scones,
Yeah.
you're going to get a really light. It sounds contradictory, but you're going to get a really light and fluffy scone.
I gotcha. We're,
hope you
we're
like it.
concentrating too heavily here on serving ourselves.
It's just where we're
Clotted
building
cream is
a
really
NASA
something
rocket
else.
here.
Clotted cream is double cream. So there's really nothing like it.
Okay. Shall we?
Let me know what you think of those.
Well, the cream is good. It's a good start. Aidan? Too busy eating. You see,
Is that how they eat them in Downton?
well, they don't. They put them together like that. It's much more dainty.
Oh, you gotta make a little burger.
Thank you very much. I'm going to get stuck in now.
beautiful,
Will I read that
Krissy.
for you?
Please do.
Full recipe details are up on our website, or check out Krissy's own website. That's takethecake.ie for all her stock. Now we'll take a quick break. See you in a couple of minutes.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Chris.